I've been asked to say a few words about cancer support community, how we got here, where we're heading, and how we're fulfilling our mission together. And to do that, I thought I'd introduce you to three people: the visionary, the scientist, and, well, for now, let's call him the reason we're here. Now, Harold Benjamin, the visionary, was a brilliant psychologist and a lawyer and the husband of a woman with advanced breast cancer. His experience as a scholar, a clinician, and a caregiver led him to craft a comprehensive model of care to complement her medical treatment. And with that care, his wife Harriet survived. And Harold went on to found a center for cancer support in Los Angeles that he called the Wellness Community. Their first program director, a remarkable woman named Shannon McGowan, eventually relocated here. And in 1990, she founded a wellness community in Walnut Creek that we now call Cancer Support Community. Harold's vision was to bring together both professional and peer support to address the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. This holistic approach came to be known as psychosocial care. And at a time when many folks considered cancer patients to be hopeless, helpless victims of their illness, Harold caused some great controversy with his bold statement that people with cancer who fight for their recovery, along with their healthcare team, will improve the quality of their lives and may enhance the possibility of their recovery. As it turned out, Harold's vision was even more powerful than he could imagine. Now, over the years, we've honed and refined our mission delivery, and our work's been studied and validated by researchers from institutions like Stanford and UCSF. I want to highlight some current research from the scientist, an accomplished professor named Barbara Anderson, who's dedicated her work to understanding how people with cancer can achieve the best possible outcomes. Barbara and her team have been conducting a long-term study at The Ohio State University since the year 2002. They've been following a large cohort of 227 patients diagnosed with stage 2 or 3 breast cancer. Now, they all received the same or similar medical treatment, and half of them also received the psychosocial care of Cancer Support Community. Therapist-led support groups, adapted exercise and mind-body classes, nutritional counseling, and a variety of patient education programs. Now, like other researchers, Barbara confirmed what Harold envisioned, that people with cancer who receive our support enjoy better health and quality of life. Compared to those who receive medical treatment alone, they significantly reduced their physical symptoms, reduced their anxiety, increased their immune response, and increased their physical functioning. And it makes sense. If we learn how to take care of our bodies, control our diet, manage our emotions, and understand our treatment, we should be able to improve the quality of our lives. But that's not all. Barbara also confirmed that those patients who receive our care not only live better, they also live longer. Over the first 10 years of this study, those receiving psychosocial care were far more likely to survive. In fact, compared to those who received medical treatment alone, they significantly increased their chance of survival and reduced their risk of recurrence. And among those who had recurrence, those with the most advanced cancer, the patients who received the psychosocial care of Cancer Support Community lived an average of 18 months longer. What would you do with 18 months? See a grandchild born, a son get married, daughter go off to college? What would you give for an extra 18 months for yourself or for someone you love? And so the importance of our work is now becoming widely recognized. In fact, the American College of Surgeons now includes access or referrals to psychosocial care as a standard for their accreditation of oncology practices. And the practices here in this region are referring their patients to us, not just to meet the standard, but because they know they'll become better patients and they'll have better outcomes. And so more and more are coming. And we're blessed that our center here in the Diablo Valley has become one of the largest and the most successful in North America. Back in the 1990s, we saw 300, 400, maybe 500 people each year. This year, we'll help over 2,000 cancer patients and their families. You know, a year from now, we're going to celebrate our 25th anniversary. And by then, we'll have served over 25,000 people in this community. It's been a great honor to be of service to so many folks in their time of need. And we know that that need will keep growing for a variety of reasons, mostly because we're all living longer. We expect the incidence of cancer to continue to rise over the next several years. And along with our care, the oncology community now is realizing achievements we couldn't have dreamed of in Harold's time. And as we look ahead, we expect more and more cancers to be transforming from fatal diseases to chronic or recurrent illnesses. It's fair to say that in the next generation, learning how to live with cancer will become a theme for many, if not most of us. And as we look ahead to the next 25 years, we expect to be called on to serve as many as 50,000 people in this community. That means if you live or work here in the Diablo Valley, someone you know, someone at your work, someone in your family, someone you care about will come to Cancer Support Community in their time of need. This is truly our community organization, our sanctuary of healing when it's our turn to face cancer. And that brings us to the reason we're here. Some folks call him the miracle. Really, he's just a local guy named Henry DeGrasse. Henry was diagnosed with stage 2 pancreatic cancer in November of 2008, just about 6 years ago. He was 60 years old, wrapping up a successful career as a civil engineer, enjoying a very active life as a competitive tennis player with a lovely wife and 3 grown children. Now he was told that he had about a 25% chance to survive the next year and about a 5% chance to survive the next 5 years. But like Harold, Henry wasn't ready to give in. He accessed the best medical treatment, he fought for his recovery, and he came to Cancer Support Community. Henry and his wife have engaged fully in the care at Cancer Support Community. Support groups, exercise and nutrition classes, and literally dozens of educational programs and workshops. And so Henry survived that first year. And then a second year passed, and then a third. And then in 2012, Henry had recurrence of his pancreatic cancer. Now it was stage 4 and metastatic. Now his chance of survival beyond the next 90 days is close to 0. What would you give for 18 months? How about 6 years? Since his initial diagnosis, Henry's been able to see his son Ricky graduate from college and his daughter Toni get her credential and become a teacher. He's been able to see his granddaughter Alexa graduate from middle school and his granddaughter Haley graduate from preschool. Since the recurrence of his cancer 2 years ago, when he was given virtually no chance of survival, Henry's been able to attend the birth of his youngest granddaughter, Madison. He's been able to celebrate his 40th anniversary with the love of his life, Teresa. And that's why we're here. Together, we learn what's truly important. To give help when we can, to accept help when we need it, to have someone to love, to show them that we love them. To remember our past and prepare for our future, but to make today, right now, the time that really matters. Together we're fulfilling Harold's vision and applying the science demonstrated by Barbara. But most important, here in our community, we're realizing miracles like Henry every day as we face cancer together. Thank you.